What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel in this here Chevrolet Silverado. So in this video here, we are gonna go over the brand new exhaust that was just put on the truck, and that is a catback Borla S-Type system. So if you're new here, welcome. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Anyway, this truck was straight piped, more so muffler deleted when it was brand new. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. So 555 miles on the truck now, and we're on the way to the first mod. Chop the muffler out, put a straight pipe replacement in, and it sounded pretty sweet, but I did have some complaints. So when you remove the muffler, obviously the exhaust is not getting muffled anymore. So it sounded awesome. Cold starts were freaking sweet, but it droned like a mother on the highway. Sounded nice, got obnoxious, and I decided to change it up. Visually, we can tell there's a new exhaust on this truck. And as previously stated, this is a Borla catback S-Type system. And I'm gonna go over a couple reasons, couple options, why I chose this system, and is it worth it? Let's go ahead and get started. So when it comes to exhaust on vehicles, you can do headers back, you can do catalytic converters back, you can just replace mufflers, you can change pipe sizes, all that. So this truck initially just chopped the muffler, replaced it with a straight pipe. My previous truck chopped the muffler and replaced it with a Flowmaster 50 series Delta Flow. Truck before that chopped the muffler and replaced it with a Flowmaster 40 series. So if you start at the headers and move all the way back, that is the most expensive. Next, you know, a catback system, middle of the road expensive, muffler chop, and straight pipe, 100 bucks. Muffler replacement, cost of the muffler plus the welding, a couple $100. So your prices vary, or you could just chop it off. I mean, if you have a Sawzall, it's free. So this system that was on the truck, that is on the truck, the Borla S-Type, is a catback system, and it costs $1,729. So underneath you get T304 stainless steel. It is all completely bolt on, so I did this myself. I was gonna make a video, but it's really just chopping the old one out, bolting this one on. So it is precision fit, T304 stainless steel, mandrel bent for high flow, a patented straight through muffler design that guarantees no drone, the Borla name attached to it, and in my case I opted for the sweet black quad tip tips. You can get them that use the factory valence, you can get them in chrome, you can get them in carbon fiber, but have the black bumper, so you get the black tips. Sound wise on this system, I will have plenty of clips in this video to help explain. It's always difficult to do it over video, but the best I can attest, cold starts are still pretty much as loud as when it was straight piped. So keep that in mind. Cold starts are loud. Driving around, it is a little bit toned down from a straight pipe, I will say. It's still loud when you get on it, it's still loud. The drone though, the drone is the big thing that changed. So where it was getting to me before was on the highway, so now I can go 60, 65, 70. The truck does have a cold air intake on it too. The drone is mostly gone. It is not non-existent. So if you want zero drone, get a different system, but it is significantly less. So it still barks, it's still loud when you floor it. It was the drone. It did what I was looking for. So there's 3 levels that you can get with these Borla systems. 1 is the touring system, 2 is the S-Type, and 3 is the attack. Touring being most mild, S-Type being in the middle of the road, and attack being as loud as possible. Sound wise, I think it sounds really good. I think it sounds better than the straight pipe. It has more finished tone to it, if that makes sense. So I'm happy with the sound, I'm happy with the drone, I'm happy with the cold starts. I like it, sounds good. Fit and finish wise, I think these quad tips look freaking sweet, and the installation was an absolute breeze. The tips do get pretty dirty, pretty easy, but this stuff just kind of wipes off. You just have to be diligent with water and a microfiber towel if you want to keep them clean, but they are Borla branded, and I think they look freaking sweet. I see the trucks with the HDMI ports now, and I don't know how I didn't do the quad tips earlier. As for the rest of the install that's underneath, everything lined up and bolted up very easily. You know, you just need an impact and a socket, and the tips lined up perfect. I had no problems with that. I see people have some issues getting them lined up. Mine was bolt on and she was ready to roll. So I like the sound. I wish the cold starts were a little quieter. I like the drone. I like how it sounds on idle. I like the hot starts. Fit and finish was great. I love how it looks. Let's get to the price point on this system. In this configuration, as I mentioned, $1,729 for this system. If you have a sports car, if you have a Corvette, and it's the same with the cold air intake, I made a video on that. If you have a high performance vehicle, not a truck, an exhaust is a supporting mod if you're going to add power. So you know, high flow cats, headers, you know, if it's turbocharged, do turbos, intercooler, supercharger, etc. An exhaust system is a support mod that helps you make power. In the case of this truck, a catback exhaust system has zero performance benefit. Much like the cold air intake, you know, you'll see, oh, I'm getting 10 horsepower and 13 torque. Are you gonna notice it on a V8 1500 truck? No, not at all. So $1,700 is getting you a performance exhaust system for a vehicle that has absolutely zero use for it. I would attribute this to, you know, I'm not a super fast man. I'll put that out there. That's like me going to the store and buying the most expensive pair of Nike track shoes possible and wearing them around. You know, I could go fast and they would have a benefit on someone that could use them, but you know, it's just overkill. So the $1,700, the main reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to install it myself, one, and I wanted the quad tips. So the shop around me, stuff's expensive these days. The shop closest to me to put a new muffler on and put quad tips was gonna charge me like 600 bucks anyway, which was absolutely absurd. And I can't weld worth a damn, so I bit the bullet. It was not my proudest financial moment. So any system you throw out these trucks, unless you plan on pro charging it or doing something crazy, supercharger or whatnot, if you're leaving the motor stock with the cold air intake, you can achieve a sound equal to this. You can buy a Borla muffler, you can buy a Flowmaster muffler, you can buy a muffler and put a muffler on to achieve the sound. And that's what 99.9% of people should do. That's what I did on my old trucks. Change the muffler, you get the sound, you're done. So that about wraps it up on the Borla S-Type system for the truck, for the Silverado. You can get them for a bunch of different trucks. So a quick recap: sounds good, install was easy, looks good, does not add any performance to this type of truck, and I would not do it again if I could go back and put $1,700 back in my pocket. If you want to make your truck sound better, you can do it for a lot cheaper. If you want to add quad tips, you can do it for a lot cheaper as well. But we got it now. We're running a Borla system, and it is what it is. Old girl's got some expensive parts on her. So that'll wrap it up for this video. The system has been on the truck for 3 months, so I've lived with it, and those are my final thoughts. I wanted to live with it before going with excitement review. So 3 months after, 4 months after, whatever. If you got the money, sure. I'm gonna open a GoFundMe.